If anybody cares, I'm wearing it. I've been wearing this watch for a while.
I noticed it.
Yeah, I love. Well, I love the touches that Vostok Europe does, and on that particular one, there's just one little thing about it. If you notice that orange on the top pusher, they actually designed that both with and without the color on the pusher, and they showed me the two examples and asked my opinion because the colored pusher did add a little cost to the watch. Not surprisingly, anytime you add a different color, add a different plating, and I'm like, guys, you got to do it with that pusher because it totally changed the look of the watch just having that beautiful orange pulling out that color.
Subtle, but
it is.
It really makes a difference,
It
like
does.
you say.
It does.
Now, this one is a limited edition as well, Craig. I just want to call that out because we did talk about these limited editions, and Craig's got it on his wrist.
I've got it the wrong way, so you're not going to see it properly up and down, but you can see it on my wrist there because I'm actually wearing it. Usually I would flip it over so you could see it.
But
I'm actually, I've just been wearing it. Well, I've been, this was actually even beat up a little bit because I have been wearing the heck out of this watch because it is just such an easy wearer, so comfortable, that beautiful strap that's on it. This is one I wear that I get comments on all the time. Now, the other one does have the full lume dial. What's that?
This is a titanium case, right?
And this is a titanium case,
We do need to call that out. Because
absolutely. And I love the titanium because that light, but it gives you the strength, but it gives you the lightness. Because with the bigger watches, sometimes they can really get heavy on your wrist.
Sure.
The titanium does give you that. Now, no, the customers at Evine love lume, and Vostok Europe does it as well or better than anyone. So if you want that full lume dial, you're getting the same titanium case, you're getting the same everything else. It's just a matter of styling. I just happen to like that charcoal.
Now the collectors are really going nuts over this one, Craig.
Oh, they know what they're getting. In fact, I want to show you a couple of things. Well, here's the actual dial.
Lots of show and tell this morning.
I always have show and tell. Everybody knows it. This is the actual dial on the full lume one, and you can see how it runs all the way to the edge of the dial. You can see, I love to show just how thin. It's amazing what they are able to accomplish on such a thin piece of metal for these dials. And it is just a stunning, stunning timepiece. The amount of luminosity that's on this is just amazing. And then I like to talk about the quality of construction. This is the movement holder from Vostok Europe. As opposed to a lot of watches will use plastic, Vostok Europe uses exclusively now metal movement holders.
Okay.
Now, why is that important? Well, first of all, I want to be clear. There's nothing wrong with a plastic movement holder. I'm not denigrating a watch that has them, but it speaks to the quality of construction. I like to say from crystal to case back, everything in a Vostok Europe is 100% top quality, grade A components. And that's part of why, honestly, our watches cost a little bit more than others you might see with similar, say, movements or features because of the fact that this is a boutique brand. Everything is hand-assembled in Vilnius, Lithuania by 7 master watchmakers there. You have the quality of construction. The fact that this is a 200-meter dive watch, that is a true professional grade. Once you get to 200 meter, you've got a professional grade dive quality watch. You've got the top of the line Miyota chronograph movement in here. Again, you see that sweep that you're getting out of the chronograph second hand, which gives it a mechanical look in the way that it functions, and that speaks to the quality of the movement. I know that.
It's so light on the wrist.
Yeah, the titanium. I forget exactly. I think it's 40% lighter than stainless steel.
I would say 40 to 50.
Yeah,
almost.
and stronger than stainless steel, and it has that beautiful brushed look that titanium gives you, which I really like.
Cool.
There you see the lume. The lume on the charcoal is great, but if you really are into luminosity, then you definitely want to get the full lume. It's just, the way they do that full lume.
For all the details and for all the features and again, your crystal to case back, quality construction, $289 is an amazing value.
Right, it really is. Absolutely. I want to make sure, yes, for sure, it is an amazing value. But I do like to focus on the fact that I do know there are other brands here at Evine that you see similar features at lower prices. I like to stress, that if you want the authenticity of the true Eastern European, you want the mystique, you want something different, you want the styling that comes from what they do, and that hand assembly, this is what they cost. They are, you're getting a lot for the money with Vostok Europe.
Now, tell us a little bit about the history of this one. This is the expedition.
This is also an expedition North Pole one. That, as I was talking about earlier, it was an expedition to the North Pole. It was a scientific expedition in the 1930s.
And there's that illustration, right?
That's the illustration of their floating ice accomplishment. Otto Schmidt was the leader of the group, and that's the inspiration for this watch. This is actually, compared to a lot of the other Vostok Europes, this is a little simpler construction. You don't have a rotating bezel on this. You've got the straightforward fixed bezel on this. This is 48 millimeters. Because of the fact that the dial runs fully to the edge of the case, this wears very big.
It does.
This is an if you want subtlety, this isn't it.
It does, but it's so lightweight and comfortable.
Absolutely.
That's what I was going to add.
Yes,
So
yes.
even if you're looking at that 48 millimeters going, I'm not sure, I'm just going to slap it up here because it does not really overwhelm me,
No.
even though it is a bold presence.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's a bold presence. And the strap on this is amazing.
Oh my gosh, it's so comfortable.
So comfortable.
There's no break-in period. I mean, it's
Nope.
just, wow.
No, and it's a double tang buckle with those extra touches of having the little rivets that are on the side of the case. There's just, everything about the throughput of design and styling on that one is just an amazing timepiece.
Only about a dozen left in either color. So
And that's an amazing price on those.
Amazing, incredible, saving over $100 on that one. It's titanium. I believe that's the only titanium
It's the
case.
only titanium we have tonight.
Yes, so that is going to be extra rare. Please do not wait on that one, especially if you can use value pay. It makes it